The high-performance one-design RC44s set sail on their second event of the 44 Cup season at a new venue for the fleet, Puntaldia, close to Olbia on Sardinia's northeast coast. With crystal clear water and white sandy beaches, some of the best in Sardinia, Puntaldia is situated very close to Tavolara Marine Park. Centerpiece of this stunning park and visible to those arriving in Olbia by plane is the towering 5-kilometer long, 1 kilometer wide and 565-meter tall wedge-shaped limestone island of Tavolara. This will form a backdrop to the racing in the coming days. The 380-berth boutique marina has hosted sailing events for other one-design classes in the past, but the RC44s are the largest yachts yet to have raced out of here.
Puntaldia is our home and our hospitality reflects that we like people to feel at home. We are especially proud that our new yacht club, only recently founded, had the opportunity to host such a prestigious class at its first event.
This is a hidden gem. It's always been one of my favorite places. You can see what we call the Table Mountain of Italy, Tavolara of Italy, referring to South Africa. We have some beautiful mountains just on the ridge over here. We have Molara, which is one of the most beautiful natural swimming pools that you can swim in. I have to say, I was always a very big fan of Sardinia. Sailing-wise, I think that Portocervo here in Puntaldia, Villa Simius, even the south in Cagliari, still is one of the best venues you can have in the Mediterranean. So I really hope that as a class and as a sailor we can start enjoying Sardinia way more.
Here in Puntaldia, very nice event, very well organized by the Marina di Puntaldia. Everything is perfect, they treat us very, very well, so we are really looking forward to come back.
Giant shifts and wind bombs tested the skills of the tacticians and the teams, as well as the race committee on the opening day of the 44 Cup Puntaldia. With the chilly breeze starting at around 17 knots, the first race saw Team Charisma lead Gamera Racing and Aleph Racing around the top mark. Nico Poons back behind the wheel, having missed the last event in Puerto Calero in February. For the next lap, it was close between Charisma and Gamera, with Gamera just getting the inside berth at the top mark to lead onto the run, and from there, on until the finish. In race 2, Gamera Racing was also looking in good shape, having been in the second wave to head right out of the start. The Swedish team tacked onto a giant lift, which subsequently evened up, but had already edged them ahead sufficiently to lead around the top mark ahead of their teammates on Torbjörn Tornqvist's Artemis Racing. On board the 44 Cup's current leader, John Basadoni's Peninsula Racing tactician Vasco Vascotta made the call to jibe early, which catapulted the Gibraltar team into the lead by the leeward gate. However, on the final run, they split sides with Gamera Racing, as some shift-playing cunning by Vladimir Prosikin's Team Nika and the Pietro Laura Piana skippered Aleph Racing saw them pull ahead through the middle of the course. Team Nika took the bullet, the hard-charging Aleph Racing following just 3 seconds behind. While their last charge hadn't been quite enough to reel in Team Nika, Aleph Racing made amends in the third and final race of the day. The fleet stayed all lined up on starboard for quite a while out of the line, but as the fleet was headed, Aleph Racing, which had started close to the pin, was able to tack back from the left and cross the fleet on port. This set them up to be first into the top mark, extending away from there to take the race win.
Aleph was able to perform extremely well. We had a couple of issues on my side, especially in the first pre-start of the first day, but we got lucky enough to cross the entire fleet on the back and then jump back into it. And we're very pleased with the results, and we will try to keep it up for coming days. The regatta is for sure not over.
It was a crazy day. We had a northeasterly wind coming around. I'm not sure what it's called, but there was a big rock upwind, and the wind was very shifty, puffy, swirly. Yeah, there was plenty going on, and we also had a good swell coming in as well, just to add to the fun. But yeah, bit of a crazy day, but we got better each race, and we're in the mix, so we're happy with the day.
Following the previous day's brisk, lumpy conditions off the Sardinian coast, for day 2 of the 44 Cup Puntaldia, the northerly had moderated to 8 to 12 knots and the sea flattened. Following a disappointing opening day when they were forced to miss 2 races due to a broken mast track, Christian Zura's Black Star sailing team returned to the racetrack fully back on form. While John Bassadoni's Peninsula Racing and Torbjörn Tornqvist's Artemis Racing were called OCS and had to restart, Black Star won the pin. Zura was last to tack in from the far left and ended up pulling ahead to get the inside berth on Charisma at the first top mark rounding. Black Star extended, going left again up the second beat, eventually securing her first bullet of the regatta.
A lot better day 2 for us on the Black Star after yesterday. We started off with a good race, then had a bit of damage to our mast, so had to pull out of the second and third races, so it was awesome work from our shore team here to get back out on the water today, and it was really cool to repay them with a win in the first race. Then we had a decent race in the second race. It was tough battling around in the middle. I think we got a 6th and then finished off with a 3rd. So super good day, pretty low scoring.
The left was also strong in the second race, with many short tacking up the mid-left. This resulted in Nico Poon's Team Charisma, the Pietro Laura Piana steered Aleph Racing, and the Turkish WOW sailing team 3 abreast coming into the top mark. Charisma just nosed in front of WOW going onto the run, but by the gate, Aleph Racing had pulled up to second. On the second beat, Charisma extended up the left and went on to become the 5th team to win in as many races. By the time of the final race, the northerly was dropping and clocking east. In this, the sides of the course evened up, and it was only a lift at the end of the first beat that handed the port tackers the lead going into the top mark. Gemera sailing team ahead of Vladimir Prosikin's Team Nika and Black Star. Jibing early on the first run, Team Nika edged into the lead, but on the next beat, Gemera found a clear lane to recover the lead and take the bullet. Third day of racing, and for the first time at this event, the wind had veered into the southeast and built to 12 knots by start time. The direction was significant, as the wind was no longer blowing over the more than 500 meters tall island of Tavalara, as it had done for the first 2 days. In the first race, Christian Zura's Black Star sailing team and Vladimir Prosikin's Team Nika had won the pin, and the majority held on starboard. As those to weather tacked away, Team Nika held on a while longer and found herself lifted on port tack compared to her rivals. Torbjörn Tornqvist's Artemis Racing, which had gone right early, was almost first to the top mark until Team Nika just got inside at the mark and forced her to keep clear. A wind shift turned the run into a long starboard jibe and made the port gate mark favoured. This resulted in a huge traffic jam at that mark. Amid the subsequent raft up, Aleph Racing, overall leader going into the day, found herself locked inside Charisma. She duly received a penalty from the umpires, plus an additional penalty point for hard contact. Over the next lap, Team Nika held on to take the race win ahead of Artemis Racing and Black Star.
We are happy that we won the race. It was quite a difficult race for us. The first challenge was to fetch first upwind mark, because we were below ley line and we were just fetching it with full trimmed up to the limit and with a speed like 6 knots, and all the crew did very good job, and it was a decisive moment for us.
In race 2, John Bassadoni's Peninsula Racing had won the pin, and Black Star and WOW sailing team, being driven by Murat Edin, started closest to the race committee boat. As a result, she crossed everyone coming back on starboard, eventually pulling onto the starboard ley line ahead of Aleph Racing and Chris Bake's Team Aqua. Despite some compression coming into the finish, she went on to win the race ahead of Aleph Racing and Black Star.
Okay, yeah, so this last race, fantastic. First win of the new boat. The first race of the day didn't go quite so well, but yeah, it's good to get the win in that second race. It was tough, it was tight, but yeah, credit to the guys that kept on fighting and working hard. Yeah, it hasn't been the best regatta so far on the new boat, but guys are working hard to get the boat working as it should. But yeah, very happy with this win.
In the third and final race, with the wind going slowly right and dropping, Team Aqua got a strong start by the race committee boat, committing immediately to the right-hand side. Team Aqua subsequently enjoyed being nicely lifted up to the mark to round ahead of Charisma, with Gemera overlapped. This mark rounding also proved tricky for LF Racing, firstly for being in the wrong in a port starboard incident with Charisma, and seconds later for not keeping clear of Black Star Sailing Team, as the two were having to bear away to thread their way into the oncoming traffic at the starboard ley line. For this, LF Racing received 2 penalties. Meanwhile, Team Aqua extended away to secure her first bullet ahead of Charisma, and with WOW Sailing Team only being relieved of third place by Peninsula Racing at the top of the final run.
The sailing today, we had a wind more out of the south, so a different day, and the wind was a little bit less than we've had the last 2 days, but it was still a tricky race course, and these boats, even in 6-7 knots, are still doing very well upwind, downwind. So it was a good day, really tight racing as always, and it was yeah, beautiful, beautiful scenery, beautiful day, and good racing.
A second day of 7 to 10 knot southeasterly onshore breeze concluded the 44 Cup racing off Puntaldia in northeast Sardinia with yet another high-scoring day. Every race brought a change of fortune. Team Nika started the day with a 6-point lead over LF Racing, in turn 2 points ahead of Team Charisma. But in the first race, a disappointing 7th place for Team Nika to Alef's 3rd enabled the French team to close to just 2 points of the leader. For the Swedish teams, the first race was particularly satisfying, with Gemera leading around the course ahead of Artemis Racing, with Mehmet Taki steering the Turkish WOW Sailing Team in 3rd. Gemera went on to take her 3rd bullet of the regatta, both she and Artemis Racing finishing substantially ahead of the competition, despite engaging in their own personal tacking duel up the second beat. There was drama in the second start when the race committee boat end was favoured and ultimately led to Team Nika locking out both Artemis Racing and Charisma, both starting late as a result. Ultimately at the top mark, it was John Bassadoni's Peninsula Racing that led immediately ahead of WOW Sailing Team and Chris Bake's Team Aqua. Peninsula Racing went on to score her 2nd bullet of the 44 Cup Puntaldia, a solid endorsement of the Gibraltar team's brand new RC44. In the final race, Christian Zura's Black Star Sailing Team took an early lead and fought hard to hold on to it from there. Zura, with his new crew lineup, sailed away to a comfortable win. While Team Nika may have won the 44 Cup Puntaldia, an uncharacteristic 7th place in February's 44 Cup Calero Marinas means she now holds only 3rd place on the 44 Cup leaderboard for this season. The new leader is Gemera Racing, following her 2-3 in the first 2 events of the season. This means Gemera will be proud owner of the RC44 Golden Wheels as the fleet heads north for the next event in Marstrand, Sweden at the end of June.
Yeah, no, what can I say? A bit of luck, but we were working hard. We were trying not to make second mistake when we made first one, and mistakes we had a few, just quite a few, I would say. It wasn't easy, not at all. It was light wind with ups and downs, with very strong fleet. We had to duck some other boats. And today was especially difficult for us, and you can see by result that we didn't perform well last day, but fortunately it was enough. The advantage we built yesterday was good enough for us to be ahead.
For sure it was tough for the tacticians out there, shifty. I wouldn't say a lot of wind, 6 to 8 knots. So the life of the tacticians in those conditions are quite tough, but I think my Michele as always has done an amazing job to put me where I had to be, and I tried to do my side of the role and tried to keep the boat going fast and tried to sail well. And I think today at the last race we tried to push it until the last meter. Nika is always, I would say, one of the fastest boats around. They always are in a super nice position and they sail very well, so I think they deserve again the win. They did an amazing week, and congrats to Vladimir and Nika and the entire team, because again, Nika is on the top spot and I think they truly deserve this.
Well, today we sailed a lot better. We did 3 decent results, first place on the first race and then 2 medium good results. We are very happy that we ended up in the podium, 3rd overall this event, and leading the overall circuit at the moment, so it's all going good. We are happy. We're gonna get the golden wheels for the next event, which is something new for the family, and yeah, we're super happy.